Well, 4 days after historic floodwaters rushed through Jerusalem Township, many neighbors are now trying to figure out what insurance will cover.
Faith Zahowski was in Jerusalem Township today. Faith, have things started to dry up there?
Not yet, Kaylee. Some yards are still underwater and many neighbors are waiting for safe running water. As the cleanup begins, homeowners are turning to their insurance companies, hoping to recover at least some of what the floodwaters ruined.
Everything is soaked.
This is the aftermath of Laura Simmons-Wark's house, 4 days after severe flooding swept through Jerusalem Township.
Within about 30 minutes, we went from keeping the water at bay to it coming in the front door, the back doors, through the walls, up through our crawl space.
Just down the street,
You're probably best to come up here on the sidewalk.
this is Jason Scott's yard.
It rose another probably 18 to 24 inches from where you see it now. It's almost indescribable, especially the Monday when the water was coming up. I didn't know when it was going to stop.
He says 3 of his motorcycles were destroyed, and he's waiting for the water to recede to see what else needs to be replaced.
It was just a tremendous amount of water that came in.
So what can you do when this type of flooding happens? Insurance broker Gus Badra says this is when flood insurance should step in.
Flood insurance policies are going to cover anything that has to do with, again, rising water that comes from the outside of the home. That could include things such as, rainfall, even things like overflowing creeks in the back of your property.
Badra says depending on where you live, you're required to have flood insurance. That's the case for people like Laura and Jason, who both live in a flood zone.
We were able to call our flood insurance company right away. They actually sent out an adjuster yesterday who spent a lot of time here documenting everything, where the water line was.
Badra says even homeowners outside designated flood zones should consider flood insurance.
Flood insurance is totally different than homeowners insurance, but if something were to happen, then you don't find yourself, kind of facing financial disaster there.
Badra says when flooding happens, take as many videos and pictures as you can of the damage to show your insurance carrier when filing your claim. And don't get rid of anything until an insurance adjuster has come to see your property. Reporting in studio, Faith Zahowski, WTOL 11.